Hey, can you run the shot clock for me? Can you start it over from 30? Thank you. How y'all doing today? Y'all good? You have can you go from 30 to 20? And run it down to 20. And here's the game ball.
We welcome you to the Apprentice Athletic Center for the campus, on the campus of the Apprentice School for today's
Can I
women's
see the
men's
arrow?
doubleheader basketball games.
Good.
Spanning since its inception in 1919, the Apprentice School has taken pride in producing over 10,000 apprentice graduates in support of the operational needs of Newport News Shipbuilding. The Apprentice Athletics program has fielded over 300 teams in 12 different sports over the years, and in the past 15 years has earned 8 national championship titles. Please join us as we celebrate over 100 years of craftsmanship, scholarship, and leadership. And hence we value the safety of our student athletes, coaches, and game-day staff. Spectators are prohibited from entering the playing surface before, during, and after the game. Violators will be removed and subject to arrest. And the Apprentice Athletic Club would like to remind its members and prospective members to please sign up to renew your membership or join today. The Apprentice Athletic Club offers its members exclusive access to tailgates and socials for each sport. The AAC provides additional funding for our sports teams to help them enhance their athletic experience as a builder athlete.
Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another exciting afternoon here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center, home on the campus of the Apprentice School, located right here on the campus of Newport News Shipbuilding in Newport News, Virginia. Welcome back in, folks. Howard McCain here, along with Dave Davenport. He is our engineer producer. Today we have a doubleheader on Senior Day. Yes, sir, the men, which will be in Game 2, they will be recognized for their efforts here at the Apprentice School as they get ready to cap off their career as student athletes here at this just prestigious school right here in Newport News, Virginia. But first up is the ladies for the Apprentice School. The Lady Builders are set to come into this afternoon's game with their head coach, Courtney Collins. Courtney Collins brings her team into this afternoon's game with an overall record of 12-6, 2-2 in the conference. That is a New South Athletic Conference. Right now, they will be taking on the University of Maine at Fort Kent Bengals out of Fort Kent, Maine. Folks, they drove about 1,006 miles from their campus here to take on the Lady Builders. Right now, both teams' starting lineups are being introduced, and for this visiting Bengals team, their head coach is Devon Sherman. Now, they are struggling mightily. They come in with an 0-13 record. Very difficult to find a lot of stats on this team as far as, who their leading scorer is, how well they shoot, and things like that. But, again, they are winless on the season. So we are getting set here to tip off game number 1 of today's doubleheader on Senior Day for the Apprentice School men. Again, that will be game 2, but first up, it will be the ladies. Ladies right now playing very, very well. They're averaging about 52 points a game, shooting about 32% from the field, and they're shooting about 25% from three-point line. So as you look at the court, you can see both teams are making their way onto the playing surface, and we will tip things off here momentarily. Your officials for this afternoon's game 1 will be Derica Henry, Grace Homer, and Valentine Muhammad. So Grace Homer will walk it up to the center court logo where you will see Shayla Aguirre and Ashanti Williams. So here we go, folks. Game 1 of today's doubleheader on Senior Day is underway, and the tip is controlled by the Bengals. Bengals working around the perimeter. First shot of the game, a missed 3 by Zane Cavelli Money. Hyphenated last name, Cavelli Money, is able to score on the baseline. She's joined on the floor by Shayla Aguirre, Carolyn Baptiste, Kayla Iwata, and Ariel Baker. Here's Amaya Ray. Kick to Nyla Jackson. Her three-point shot, no good, but the long rebound comes off to Bryant. Bryant attacks the basket, unable to get the shot to go, but great job by Ashanti Williams to save it for another attempt. And back come the Bengals. Pass picked off by Jada Bryant. Jada Bryant is joined on the floor by Nyla Jackson, Ashanti Williams, Amaya Ray, who has the basketball now, and Jamaica Jones. Bengals lead right now 2-0. 8:45 remaining in the first period. That pass was not tipped, I don't believe, by the Bengals. As Derica Henry steps in and makes the correct call, she says it was indeed tipped by the Bengals. So it'll stay here on this end of the court. Lady Builders still looking for their first points of the period. Here's Ray with the shot clock now under 10. Basketball poked away. Builders now have 6 seconds to make a decision with the basketball. There's Nyla Jackson, shot clock now at 5. Builders a long way away from the basket as the shot clock expires. And that'll be a shot clock violation. So that will be the first turnover of the afternoon by the Lady Builders. Nyla Jackson able to step into the passing lane. Quick whistle from the official asking Coach Sherman to make sure he stays inside the coaching box. Feed inside. That three-point bucket is good by Cavelli Money. So she has her 5th point. She has all 5 points right now, not only for the Bengals, but in the game, period. Lady Builders working off a man-to-man defense by the Bengals, and they draw the first foul of the game. That first foul will be on Shayla Aguilar. That'll be her first personal foul in the team's first. I'm sorry, I think I was calling her Aguirre. I apologize. I didn't look at it correctly. That's Aguilar. Long rebound by Nyla Jackson comes off to Nyla Jackson. Lady Builders right now having trouble scoring off of this man-to-man defense by the Bengals. Here's Jones. Her shot is off. Back come the Bengals. This is Baker. Baker. Feed inside. Builders able to come away with the loose ball. Ray. Her step back was an air ball, and Shamika Jones can hit that, and she doesn't. So the Builders coming out right now ice cold shooting right now. We're already 3 minutes in, and the Builders are yet to score as that three from the corner goes down by Iwata, and we're going to get a timeout. Timeout taken by Courtney Collins, and that's going to be a 30 timeout. They're going to call it a media timeout, I believe. So we are going to stay here. Okay, we'll stay here. Now, I told you in the pregame that Devon Sherman, his Bengals team is coming into this afternoon's game 0-13. Well, right now, folks, they are not shooting like an 0-13 team, nor are they playing defense like a team that is currently winless on the season. Builders have had a very difficult time getting off decent shots against this aggressive man-to-man defense that Coach Sherman's squad is playing. And offensively, they've been able to get a couple of wide-open looks and drain a couple of threes. So right now it's Cavelli Money. She has 5, while we just saw Iwata. She hit a corner 3, and that is the 8 points that the Bengals currently have. Right now, Builders are shooting an over in the basketball game. Builders right now 0 for 7 from the field, while the Bengals are currently 3 of 5 shooting from the field. So we're early. Hopefully that timeout will give the Lady Builders an opportunity to settle down and get themselves into their offensive set and run a play that is going to get them points on the scoreboard right now. So here's Ray. Being guarded by Iwata. She just hit that three-pointer out of the corner as Ashanti Williams jump ball situation underneath the basket, so the basketball will remain on its end. Possession arrow is in favor of the Lady Builders. Bryant inside to Williams. Williams shot up good, and she is fouled. So count the basket at the foul. That'll be on Shayla Aguilar. That'll be her second personal foul, the team's second. So that'll put Ashanti Williams at the line to shoot 2. Ashanti Williams right now averaging about 12 points per game as she hits. So the Builders get their first points of the afternoon, 8-3 right now. Builders trailed the Bengals. Bengals. Iwata to Cavelli Money. And loose ball comes off to the Bengals once again. Baker with the air ball. Builders running. Ray backs it out. Williams. That's Jada Bryant, and Jada Bryant hits a long 2. Thought it may have been a 3. Long 2, so the Builders are right back in at 8-5. As they trail the Bengals by 3. 5:53 is Cavelli Money to Aguilar. Aguilar working off of the screen. Nothing there on the left side as the basketball gets reversed to Iwata. And Iwata scores her second basket of the game. That is her second three-point make of the game. And that pushes the Bengal lead back up to 6, 11-5. Here's Ray. Ray able to knife between the defense, lay it off the backboard for 2. 7-11 now. Lady Builders trailing the Bengals. Here's Baker. Nearly a mishandle of the basketball on the sideline, but it was last touched by the Builders as we get our first substitutions of the game. As Kerrigan Smalls and Jayana Kaboya make their way into the basketball game. That bank off the glass for 3 is no good for Cavelli Money. Back comes Bryant. Bryant attacking the defense and picks up or gets the foul call. That's Janae Cavelli Money, sorry. Janae Cavelli Money. I'll get the pronunciations correct. She picks up her first personal foul. That's the team's first. .4:59 remaining in the first. Builders have trailed this entire first period, 11-7, as Jada Bryant misses the first of 2. Substitutions once again for the visiting Bengals as we're going to get a traveling violation. Turnover by the Bengals. As Kayla Stainthorpe has made her way into the basketball game. Here's Ray. Ray. Baseline. Cut off. Feed inside to Williams. Williams reach in and foul. That foul will go on Kayla Iwata. That'll be her first personal foul in the team's 4th. So that'll put Ashanti Williams at the free throw line. And the first of 2 goes down. So it's now 11-9 Bengals. Bengals took the lead early 2-0 and have not looked back. They've led throughout as Ashanti Williams misses the second of 2, but the loose ball is poked out of bounds, so it will go the other way. Bengals do a great job of really reversing the basketball well to get Iwata a open shot that she was not able to convert. So Jada Ellaby will make her way. She will make her debut in this afternoon's game as Tori Simmons will also make her way onto the playing surface for the visiting Bengals. So Smalls, Jackson, Williams, Bryant, and Ellaby are the 5 on the floor for the Builders. Here's Smalls. Feed inside to Williams, who's able to gather the pass and bank it in for 2. We are now tied 11-11. That three-point shot, no good. Smalls. Feed. Bryant. Shot up and good, and there is the first lead of the afternoon for the Lady Builders. It comes at the 3:39 mark of the first period, 13-11. Here's Gavelli Money. Rebound comes off to Williams. 3:23 left in the first period. Lady Builders looking to add to their 2-point advantage. 13-11 currently as a feed inside. Here's Bryant. Bryant able to get around the defense, unable to convert. Here come the Bengals. And that is going to be a carry. So that'll be a turnover on Kaboya. So Amaya Ray will make her way back into the ball game along with Ariel Baker for the visiting Bengals. And the Builders once again have an opportunity to add to their 2-point lead over the currently winless Bengals out of Maine at Fort Kent. As that pass goes awry, that will be a turnover on the Builders. 2:49 left in the first. Here's Kaboya. Kaboya being guarded by Bryant. Skip pass is picked off. Nearly controlled by Amaya Ray, but it goes out of bounds. Shot clock will stay at 15. As new players make their way into the basketball game, actually one of the starters, that's Caroline Baptiste. So there's something that the officials are waiting for at. Okay, as you can hear the official. We're trying to reset the game clock from 2:33 to 2:34. Here's Chaboya. Cavelli Money is not scared to pull the trigger from 3 as another step back 3 attempt, no good by Baptiste. Here come the Builders. Ray, her shot, air ball. Jada Bryant unable to convert, but the loose ball tipped around. Builders getting an opportunity at the basket at point blank range, but unable to put the ball into the bucket. We're now at 2 minutes remaining in the first period. Lady Builders holding to a 13-11 lead. Builders able to get it inside to Williams, who can't hit. Ellaby can't hit. Williams can't hit. Loose ball. Tipped around. Williams comes away with it. Smalls. Long rebound comes off to Stainthorpe. Here's Cavelli Money. Baker inside, harassed. Ball taken away by by Ray from Baker. That's Ashanti Williams. So that's going to be a foul call, I believe. Yep, that's going to be a foul call on Baker. So for Baker, that'll be her first personal foul. That'll be the team's 5th. Lady Builders yet to commit a foul in the first period. So that puts the Lady Builders in the bonus now. So that'll send Ashanti Williams to the free throw line. So she'll be shooting 2 and looking to add to her point total so far in the basketball game. Right now she has 6. Make it 7. So 14-11. Builders leading. And Ashanti Williams makes them both. So 15-11 is the score as Jamaica Jones makes her way to the ball game as Kayla Iwata makes her way back in. She's been the most successful Bengal from 3 so far in the basketball game. She's hit 2. No foul call on that drive, so the basketball was poked out of bounds by the Lady Builders. 1:14 left in the first. Here's does a great job of reversing the basketball to get their shooters open shots. Iwata just unable to hit that time from 3. Ray attacking. Loose ball poked around. Last touch by the Bengals, so Bryant inside to Jones, who banks it off the glass. 4-2, and the Lady Builders are now up 6. 17-11, we're now under 1 minute left as the Builders trap turns into a turnover. Here's Bryant. Bryant off the glass, 4-2. So the Builders are now opened up an 8-point lead as we are now under 30 seconds left in the first period. Here's Chaboya. I was going to say Chabada. Sorry, Chaboya. Cavelli Money is just that. So 19-14 is the score. 15 seconds left in the first half as Ray casually gets it across the timeline. Bryant. Game clock now at 5. Here's Bryant to Ray. Game clock at 3. Ellaby. And good if it goes, and it's good. So Jada Ellaby with the shot right at the buzzer, and that'll do it for the first period of action here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. Your score, the Lady Builders 21, the Bengals 14, and it sounds like a football score, but I promise you it isn't. Builders up by 7. With nearly 148,000 members and more than $2.2 billion in assets, Bayport Credit Union's purpose and philosophy remains faithful to their motto of people helping people. Bayport is committed to developing long-term prosperity for our communities by committing to their members' financial well-being. Bayport Credit Union, a financial sponsor or proud sponsor of Apprentice Athletics. So as always, we want to thank our sponsors, Bayport and Worley's Home Services, for always being ride or die with us as we complete the first period of action here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center, doubleheader today. So after today's game, don't go anywhere because shortly after, the men will take the floor this afternoon. As far as your stats, the biggest one, in my opinion, are the points in the paint. Lady Builders owning the paint right now, 14-0 on the scoreboard. Leading scorer right now for the Builders is Ashanti Williams. She has 8 points. And the leading scorer, Janae Cavelli Money, she has 8 points for the Bengals as well. Period number 2 underway. Here's Cavelli Money. Harassed, turnover. Outlet to Bryant. Bryant able to control, she tried to shovel it ahead to Kerrigan Smalls, but it hit off the heel of her hand and it goes out of bounds. So the Bengals with an opportunity to cut into this 7-point lead. Nothing doing on this possession as Ray comes away with the basketball. Bengals are still in a man-to-man. Bryant worked off of a screen from Jones, and she hits. So Jada Bryant with her 9th point of the afternoon as Cavelli Money hits. So Cavelli Money now with 8. Bryant, no, take that back. Cavelli Money with 10. She's the leading scorer for the Bengals, while Bryant has 9. She's the leading scorer right now for the Builders. Smalls. Able to get to the rack. Scoop layup, no good. Nyla Jackson. Back into the ball game for the Lady Builders. 8:46 left in the first half. Cavelli Money. Here's Baker. Kick outside for another 3-point attempt. That 3-point attempt no good by Baptiste. As we get a traveling violation in the backcourt from Ellaby. So we'll walk it back down to the defensive end. 23-16 is the score. Cavelli Money. Shot off the front of the rim. Rebound controlled. Feed inside. Tie up. Jump ball is the situation. And that's going to be Lady Builder basketball as the possession arrow is in favor of the Lady Builders. Lady Builders in control right now, 23-16, 8-10 left in the first half. Here's Bryant Ray to the rack. She is fouled. So that will be on Awata. That is her second personal foul, the team's first of the second period. So that puts Amaya Ray at the free throw line. Right now, Ray with 2 points, make it 3 in the basketball game. So one more upcoming. Builders have an opportunity to add to their already 8-point lead. If she makes this is their largest lead of the afternoon. Rebound comes off to the Bengals, and a foul call is going to go against Kerrigan Small. So for Kerrigan Small's her first personal foul. That is the first team foul of the entire first half. Skip pass. Inside to Baker. Good look at the basket, but her shot rims out. So back come the Builders. Here's Ray. Ray, nice dish to Jamaica Jones for the easy bank off the black glass for 2. 26-16, Lady Builders' largest lead of the afternoon, 10. It's Baker. Kicks it out. But the shot is partially blocked. Baptiste unable to convert. Here come the Builders with Smalls. Feed inside. Ellaby off the glass for 2. So 28-16 is the score now as the Lady Builders extended to their largest lead of the afternoon. And we're going to get a timeout. Timeout being taken by the Bengals as they trail by 12. So 28-16 is the score. Lady Builders open up their largest lead of the afternoon. Worley's Home Services is a full-service home service provider serving the Hampton Roads area. Established in 2016, their original team of 3 employees has now grown to 75 strong, and they're proud and motivated to serve all of the Hampton Roads, Virginia 757 community with the best possible care. Worley's Home Services, a proud sponsor of Builder Athletics. Lady Builders with a bit of a slow start at the beginning have been able to right the ship as Courtney Collins' team has come out on the heels of 8 points from Ashanti Williams and 9 points from Jada Bryant. Builders now with a 12-point advantage. Builders, of course, started the game 0 for 7, are now 8 for 25 for 32%. They still haven't hit from the three-point line just yet. And right now they are 6 of 9 from the free throw line for 66%. That's right around about their season average. So right now, turnovers 7-4. Bengals. As the Bengals go back on offense. Here's Baker. Baptiste. Baptiste, hard collision with Jamaica Jones. Bodies are flying everywhere as Smalls is able to score on the other end. And there may be a stoppage in play to take a look and see if Baptiste is okay, because she ran into Jamaica Jones, and she went down really hard on the floor. So this is a good timeout here to just take a look and see if she's okay. There was nothing malicious on the play by Jamaica Jones. Jamaica Jones was just standing there with her hands up, and Baptiste ran right into her. Now Baptiste is only about 5'4". Jamaica Jones is 5'10". So in the case of Carolyn Baptiste, what happens when you collide with an immovable object? Yeah, you go down hard. So she seems to be okay. She is still on the court, so that's a good sign. But that was a bit of a scary collision there. So good timeout. So the Builders now with a 14-point lead, 30-16 now over the Bengals out of Maine. Again, drove over 1,000 miles to get here. The outlet is taken away. Inside, shot no good. Ellaby there as Chaboya unable to convert. That three-point shot no good. Smalls will be called for the, so that'll be her for the foul. That'll be her second personal foul, the team's second of the period, as Ashanti Williams will end her long stint on the bench. She makes her way into the ball game. And Kayla Stainthorpe will also make her way back into the ball game for the visiting Bengals. Here's Awata, who's been quiet since hitting those early three-pointers. Baker, another good look at the rim. She not able to knock that one down. Here's Ray. Scoop layup, no good. They call a jump ball, quick whistle. The possession arrow is in favor of the Bengals, so we'll walk it back down to this end. The Builders will go back. Bengals will go on offense. Builders will go back on defense. Feed inside. Long three-point shot up and good for Stainthorpe. So Stainthorpe gets her first points of the afternoon for three. Builders lead cut to 11, 30-19. Here's Williams. Jones. Her shot goes down. Jamaica Jones. Jamaica Jones now with 6 points in the basketball game is Baker. I'm sorry, that's not Baker, that's Cavelli. Money falls on the floor. Now, they call that a jump ball. I'm not complaining because the possession arrow is in favor of the Builders, but okay, unusual jump ball situation there. So back comes Ray. Williams. Trapped. Able to find Ellaby. Jamaica Jones' jumper comes off to Awata. Awata. Kick to Baker, who has it taken away, but she is fouled. That foul will go on Jamaica Jones. That'll be her first personal foul and the team's third. So that'll put Ariel Baker at the free throw line to shoot two. They currently trail now the Bengals by 13, 32-19, 4:28 left in the second period. As she hits the first. Builders have led by as many as 12 in the basketball game, which is where they are right now, make it 11. As Bryant will make her way into the basketball game. Lady Builders now up by 11. Here's Jackson. Long rebound comes off to Cavelli Money, and back come the Bengals. That shot up, no good. Here comes Ray. I thought it may have taken a high bounce and come back and went right back to the basket, but no such thing as Jackson. Shot that one in her back pedal. She didn't quite get her feet set. It's Ray. Poked it away, but Baker able to get control and bake it off the glass for two. So 32-23, 9-point lead now by the Lady Builders, 3:39 left. Ray. Off of a screen from Williams. Ray, baseline. Thought she might have gone up with it, but she gave it off to Bryant, who threw up the air ball. Here's Stainthorpe. Feed inside to Iwata. Air ball. Bryant behind the back, but decides to kick it out and reset the play with Ray. 20 seconds on the shot clock. So plenty of time for the Builders to get back into their play as Ray goes right at the defense, splits the defense and gets all the way to the rack for the easy two. So 34-23 now, Builder lead back up to 11. Baker loses it. Williams. Here's Bryant inside to Jackson off the glass for two. So 36-23, and right when you thought the Bengals may get right back into it, they cut the lead to 9, but the lead has ballooned back to 13 as we get a foul call. So Nyla Jackson picks up a foul. That'll be her first personal foul, the team's fourth of the period. As Kerrigan Smalls makes her way back in for the Lady Builders. Carolyn Baptiste. And Jayana Chaboya makes her way back in as well as that long three-point basket goes down for Kayla Stainthorpe. So for Kayla Stainthorpe, that is her 6th point of the afternoon. She's hit a couple of threes. Builder lead trimmed to 10. We're now around 2 minutes left in the first half. Feed inside to Ashanti Williams, and she misses it. But she's able to get the rebound, gather, and score. So 38-26, Builders now with a 12-point lead as Smalls able to turn over the Bengals. Ray to Jones, just a little bit too high. So that will be Bengal basketball. Now, which is it, folks? Now, I've heard people say Bengals, and I've heard people say Bengals. Which one is it? Is it Bengals or Bengals? As Ray with the steal. Because when I think of Bengals, I think of the little bracelets as Ray has her shot blocked. Feed. Tigavelli money off the glass. No good. I've heard people call them bangles. And like I said, that makes me think about the bracelet, a bangle bracelet, but not the animal. It's a Bengal, right? Anyway, just some of the inner workings of my head is that long three-point attempt by Smalls is short. Inside to Jones. Builders have missed a lot of shots, like right at the basket in this first half. As Aguilar able to get to the rack, she's fouled but unable to convert. So the clock is stopped with 44.4 seconds left in the first half as Kerrigan Smalls picks up her 3rd personal foul. Ariel Baker makes her way back in for the Bengals, and at the line shooting 2 is going to be Shayla Aguilar. She's a 6-foot sophomore. She makes the first. Builder lead now 11, 38-27. Aguilar front ends the second free throw. So 38-27, Builders by 11. 35 seconds left in the first half. Builders cannot hold for the final shot. Bryant looks. Feed inside to Jones. Jones unable to hit at the basket, and we're going to get a foul in the backcourt. That's going to go on Amaya Ray. So for Amaya Ray, that'll be her first personal foul, the team's sixth. So that'll put Aguilar back at the line. She was just there a second ago. She hit 1 of 2. As Awata makes her way into the ball game. Aguilar will shoot 2. 23.9 seconds remaining. Again, Lady Builders got off to a slow start early on, but have been able to pick it up and been able to take advantage on the scoreboard and haven't looked back thus far. So Coach Courtney Collins should be happy with the way her team has played the latter part of the first period and into the second period. Shooting-wise, she won't be too excited as the second by Aguilar goes down. She won't be too excited about the shots that the Builders have missed right at the rim. So 38-29 is the score, 23 seconds left here. Smalls, she's trapped in the backcourt, but she's fouled. So that foul call will go on Jayana Chaboya. That'll be her first personal foul and the team's second of the period. So 20.2 seconds left. Ray being guarded by Iwata. Bengals trying to look for the double team, but there's going to be a foul committed. That foul will go on Carolyn Baptiste. That is her second personal foul. Her first personal foul, the team's third. Williams with 10. Ray at 8. Ray dribbling. Her shot up, no good. Tip back, good by Jada Bryant. And that is how the first half will end here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center at the half. The Lady Builders 40, the Lady Bengals of Maine at Fort Kent 29. So Builders again got off to a slow start to start things out, but as we got into the latter part of the first period and into the second period of action, Lady Builders able to pick things up on the scoreboard. So Coach Courtney Collins should be happy with this 11-point lead her team takes into the locker room, but again can't be too thrilled with a lot of the shots that the Bengals that the Builders missed right at the basket. So we're going to step away here. We're going to rest up. We're going to give you an opportunity to refresh yourself. And, folks, we'll be back with second half action of game number 1 of this afternoon's doubleheader senior day for the men here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. So we'll step away. We will be back with second half action and first half stats. See you then. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are close to completing halftime here of game one of this afternoon's doubleheader at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. First up are the ladies. If you are just joining us, they are leading at the half by a score of 40-29 over the Bengals from the University of Maine at Fort Kent. Their head coach is Devon Sherman. This is a Bengal team coming into this afternoon's game with an 0-13 record on the season. Now, early on, they didn't play like that. They actually came out and built an 8-point lead, but the Lady Builders were able to gather themselves, and Coach Courtney Collins' squad was able to take the lead and have not looked back since. So as far as some of the analysis, as far as the stat sheet goes, it's Janae Cavelli Money. She is leading all scorers for the Bengals with 10 points right now. The Bengals right now are shooting 9 of 31 from the field. That's only 29%. Now, they're down by 11 points. And the reason why they've been able to stay close is because they've hit 6 of 17 shots from 3. So right now, Cavelli Money, she has 2. And Kayla Iwata, she also has 2. And Kayla Stainthorpe, she also has 2. So those are your 6 3-point shots. That's 18 points right there. And that has really kept the Bengals in the basketball game. For the Lady Builders, your leading scorer right now is Jada Bryant. She has 11. Builders have not made a 3-point shot yet in the basketball game. They're 0 for 8 from the 3-point line. They're shooting 17 of 47 for 36%. Builders right now own the basketball in the paint as far as scoring and touches. Builders with 28 points in the paint. Now, if you're just joining us, you would probably throw up if you saw how many shots the Lady Builders missed inside. Instead of being up by 11, they could possibly be up by about 20. But again, we'll take the 11-point lead as Nyla Jackson is fouled. So the Bengals start the second half with another turnover. They committed 13 turnovers in the first half. Builders only committed 2. So that foul call is going to be on Cavelli Money, I believe. Yep, that'll be her second personal foul, the team's first of the third, as Nyla Jackson misses the first of 2. Jim goes quiet to give her all that she needs to concentrate, unable to hit. Back come the Bengals. Bengals still down by 11, 40-29. Baker. Cavelli Money. That feed went inside to Woods, who won nothing of it as Iwata drains her third 3-point basket. So just like that, the Builder lead is cut to 8, 40-32, 9-17 left in the third. Here's Ray being guarded by Iwata. Basketball will stay on this end. Lady Builders with 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Long inlet going to Jada Bryant, but they're going to call a loose ball foul. That's going to be on Jada Bryant. So for Jada Bryant, that is her first personal foul, the team's first of the third period. And here comes Cavelli Money. Money hits the 3. So back-to-back 3-point makes by the Bengals, and they find themselves down by only 5 now. Builders yet to score. 40-35 is our score now as Ray bumped. Her wild shot no good, but Bryant is there. Jones, air ball. Bryant foul. That foul call will go on Tori Woods. That'll be her first personal foul, the team's second. So that puts Jada Bryant at the free throw line. The 5'11" freshman out of Norfolk, she gets an opportunity at the free throw line to score 2 with the clock stopped and unable to do so on the first. So the Builders still scoreless so far here in the third period after going into the locker room with a 40-29 lead, and the Builders are still scoreless. Feed into the paint, shot no good. Rebound cleared by Ashanti Williams. Again, Builders still scoreless here in the third. And it will remain that way on that possession as that errant pass goes out of bounds. So the Bengals have an opportunity to pull a little bit closer on this possession. Here's Cavelli Money. Feed inside, and we're going to get a bump. That bump is going to be on Jamaica Jones. That'll be her second personal foul, and that'll be the team's second. Tori Woods was on the receiving end of that foul. Iwata able to control. Here's Cavelli Money. Her three-point shot missed. Put back by the Bengals, no good. Here comes Ray. Again, Builders still scoreless as Ray attacks the defense but unable to score. Same thing for Bryant as Aguilar clears. Here's Aguilar. Aguilar goes coast to coast, and she's fouled. So Jamaica Jones picks up 2 quick fouls here in the third. That's her third personal foul, the team's third. Jada Ellaby. She'll make her way into the ball game. And that's going to put Shayla Aguilar at the line to shoot too. She's a 6 foot sophomore forward. As she misses the first. She's actually from Columbia. As the second of 2 missed. Rebound cleared by the Bengals. Here's Aguilar. She's fouled, and the bucket will count. So Jada Ellaby commits the foul. That'll be her first personal foul, the team's 4th of the period. So Aguilar gets an opportunity again at the free throw line, folks, to cut the Builder lead to 1 if she's able to make both. And she makes I'm sorry. We're going to get a timeout. Timeout by the Lady Builders. That'll be a 30-second timeout, which is going to be turned into immediate timeout. Lady Builders now up by a single basket after having led by as many as 14 in this basketball game. They now find themselves up by 2 with all of the momentum on the side of the Bengals. Builders now 40-38. Lady Builders yet to score so far here in the second half. Worley's Home Services, folks, is the full-service home service provider servicing the Hampton Roads area. Established in 2016, their team of 3 employees has now grown to 75 strong, and they're proud and motivated to serve all of the Hampton Roads, Virginia community with the best possible care. That's Worley's Home Service, a proud sponsor of Apprentice Athletics. So again, Lady Builders still scoreless from three-point land. They haven't shot one in the second half so far. As a matter of fact, they have not scored in the second period so far. As Cavelli Money, she's now up to 13 points in the ball game. She leads all scorers in the game with 13 points. So here we go. Ray, double teamed in the backcourt, and she will be fouled. So that'll be on Janae Cavelli Money. That'll be her 3rd personal foul, and that'll be the team's 3rd of the period. So the officials ask that the shot clock be reset to 30. We're now at 17 remaining in the third. Ray gets the basketball over the timeline. 7-11 remaining in the third. Here's Ellaby. Her pass, not a good one, and they call a jump ball situation, so the possession arrow is in favor of the Lady Builders, so the basketball stays on this end. Baker back onto the floor for the Bengals. Bengals looking for their first victory on the season, 0-13 before coming into this afternoon's game. As that loose ball tipped around, controlled by Baker. Baker has it poked away, and the basketball will stay on this end of the court. .26 seconds left on the shot clock, plenty of time. Here's Awata. Three-point attempt from the corner, no good. Aguilar clears. Ellaby comes out of it with the rebound. So here's Ray. Builder still holding to a two-point lead as Ray cuts through the defense, bumped, but no call. Baker unable to control it. Here's Aguilar. As Ray is on the floor, we have a stoppage. So there's a stoppage in play. The shot clock did not start. So they asked that the shot clock be reset to 22 as Ray needs a moment. So Kerrigan Smalls is going to come in, and that'll give Ray an opportunity to get over to the bench. She was bumped, and she's still kind of feeling the effects of that. Carolyn Baptiste will make her way back into the ball game for the Bengals. Here's Baptiste to Aguilar. Bengals turn it over. Here's Bryant. Kick in the corner to Jackson. Jackson unable to hit from three. Lady Builders still shooting 0% from three, and they miss another layup. Loose ball, controlled, and thrown out of bounds by the Bengals. So 5:50 left in the third. Lady Builders still holding to a 2-point lead in the basketball game. Here's Ellaby. Williams, spin move. Shot blocked by Aguilar. As Bryant with the putback, and she is fouled. So count the basket. That call will go on Carolyn Baptiste. That'll be her second personal foul, the team's fourth. So that'll put Jada Bryant at the line, like I like to say, to complete the three-point play the old-fashioned way, the and one. You know, before the three-point line got instituted into basketball, and she's able to do just that. So the Builders get their first bucket of the afternoon at the 5:38 mark of the second half. Skip pass to Chaboya. Feed inside. That pass picked off by Smalls, who's able to bounce it a few times and be able to get it to Williams. Builders off and running with Jackson, and she is fouled. So Chaboya is going to be credited with the foul. That's her second personal foul, the team's fifth. So that puts the Builders in the bonus for the remaining 5:08 of the half. Jackson, Nyla Jackson looking for her third point of the afternoon, and it doesn't come just yet. So Joyone Chaboya credited with that foul as Nyla Jackson picks up her third point of the afternoon, and the Lady Builders lead now is 6, 44-38. As the feed inside, shot off the glass, good for Woods. So Woods scores her first points of the afternoon, and the Builders lead is cut to 4, 44-40. And right when it looked like the Lady Builders were going to kind of run away with things a little bit, the Bengals able to put together a run of their own and get themselves right back in it, having gone down by 11 into the half, 40-29. They've come out here in the second half, put together a few shots, and they only find themselves down by 4, 44-40. 4:50 remaining in the third period, as Coach Collins and her staff get an opportunity to talk strategy once we come out of the timeout. So again, Builders still owning things right now inside the paint. Now at our last stoppage in play, they had scored 28 points in the paint to 4 for the Bengals. Points off turnovers, Builders current right now on points off turnovers, 14-6 is the advantage. Here are to have the new updated stats. Builders now 30 points in the paint. The Bengals now with 6. So the Builders are able to find success scoring the basketball close to the basket, but that's also been their Achilles heel as well. They've missed a ton of shots right there at the basket. Right now, the Builders are 18 of 57 in this basketball game, folks, for just 32% from the field. So if you're wondering why the Builders have not been able to pull away, it's been because of that. Right now, the Bengals are 8 of 20 from three-point line range, while the Builders are 0 for 9. Here's Jackson. Make it 0 for 10. But Jada Bryant able to get the weak side rebound, put it off the glass for 2, and she is fouled. So Shayla Aguilar picks up her third personal foul. That'll be the team 6. It doesn't matter because Jada Bryant is getting an opportunity to convert the three-point play. And she does that. So she pours in her 17th point of the afternoon. She now is the leading scorer on the floor for both teams as the Lady Builders force a turnover. 4:38 left in the third. Lady Builders back up by 7. So just a moment ago, the Bengals were as close on the scoreboard as they've been all evening as Smalls able to get around the defense to bank it off the glass for 2. So that pushes the Builder lead back up to 9. That's a little bit more comfortable, as the Bengals were able to fight back and get the lead as low as 4, as this long three-point shot creates a long rebound. Ellaby to the basket. Ball tipped around. Loose ball comes off to the Bengals. Here's Awada. She's going to be fouled. So that foul is going to go on Ashanti Williams. So for Ashanti Williams, that's her first personal foul. That'll be the 5th team foul. So that puts the Bengals now in the double bonus. They'll be shooting 2 as Baptiste makes her way into the basketball game, along with Cavelli Money. So that'll put Kayla Iwata at the free throw line. She'll be shooting 2. She makes the first. 49-41 is the score. .355 left in the third. And the second upcoming is also good. So 49-42 is our score here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. So glad you can join us for game 1 of this afternoon's doubleheader on Senior Day. Builders with another miss. But Ellaby there to clean it up and raise the shooting percentage just a little bit with that bank shot for 2. Builder lead back to 9, 51-42. Cavelli Money. Baker. Here's Iwata. Shot clock now at 11. Shanti Williams clears the rebound. Smalls with the pass ahead to Bryant. who's able to bank it off the glass for two. And the Builder lead now is back up to a comfortable 11 points, which is what the Builders were leading by when we went to the halftime locker room, and we're going to get a foul call. So Ashanti Williams will pick up her second personal foul of the game, so that will put Carolyn Baptiste at the free throw line to shoot two. She misses the first of two. So the Builders went into the halftime locker room leading 40-29. It is now 53-42. So the Builders have maintained, or so they're going to wave off the made basket because there was a lane violation on the Bengals. So the Builder lead will stay at 11, 53-42. 2:54 left in the third. Smalls finds Bryant. Bryant unable to hit, but Nyla Jackson is unable to do the same as well. That's three misses at the basket on one possession for the Builders. And if you're Coach Collins, you have to be pulling your braids out over the number of shots that the Lady Builders have missed right at point-blank range around the basket. Is that long rebound from Iwata's three-point shot, no good. Rebound tipped around and controlled by Ellaby. Skip pass all the way down court for a wide-open Nyla Jackson, who banks it in for two. So Jackson picks up her fifth point of the afternoon, and that pushes the Builder lead up to 13. Again, Builders led by as many as 14 in this game as Cavelli Money hits. So Janae hits her fourth three-point basket of the afternoon, and that gives her 16 points as Smalls able to answer on the other end. So Smalls pours in her sixth point of the afternoon as a long rebound from Cavelli Money's miss comes out to Ashanti Williams. Jackson has her shot blocked. And the entry pass is picked off, so that's a turnover for the Builders. Here's Cavelli Money for three. So for Cavelli Money, folks, that is her fifth made three-point shot, and she has 19 points, and that knocks the Builder lead down to 9, 57-48, 1:09 remaining in the third as we get a timeout. So we'll stay here with nearly 148,000 members and more than $2.8 billion in assets. Bayport Credit Union's purpose and philosophy remains faithful to their motto of people helping people. Bayport is committed to developing long-term prosperity for our communities by committing to the members' financial well-being. Bayport Credit Union, a proud sponsor of Builder Athletics. So we've seen momentum swings happen in this basketball game. 1 minute is the Lady Builders momentum. Next thing you know, it's back with the Bengals. Next thing you know, it's back with the Builders. 1:09 remaining in the third. It looked like the Bengals were going to scratch and claw their way back into the ball game. They were able to get the Builder lead down to 4, 44-40. But since then, the Builders have gone on a 13-5 run. I'm sorry, a 13-4 run, and that has now given them a 9-point lead in the basketball game. Bryant now with the basketball. Feed inside to Jackson, who banks it off the glass for two, and she is fouled. So Carolyn Baptiste is going to pick up her third personal foul of the period. So with 56.7 seconds left in the third period, Jackson gets an opportunity to add to her 7 points and complete the three-point play. That shot gives the Builders now a 12-point lead, 60-48. Here's Baptiste. Kick in the corner to Iwata for three. Are you sure this team is 0-13? Because they are shooting the basketball pretty well, especially from three-point land. Here's Ray. Had to change her shot because of the defense, and that was enough to cause the miss. So we're now down to 24 seconds on the shot clock. So they have an opportunity to hold for the final shot of the period. Here's Cavelli Money to Iwata. Baseline runner is good. So with 5 seconds left in the period, 4, here's Bryant, Ray with 2, and with 1, and that is how the third period will end. Lady Builders 60, the Bengals 53. Builders, again, able to do just enough to give themselves the lead, but right when it looks like they're going to run away with it, the Bengals able to hit a couple of three-pointers that just puts them right back in the ball game. So we saw Cavelli Money, and we also saw Iwata both hit three-point shots that were clutch to keep themselves close in this basketball game. And folks, if you've watched as much basketball as I have over the years, if you are the superior team coming in and you allow your opponent to stick around and you don't put them away, sometimes at the end they have an opportunity to win the basketball game. Builders at one point were playing so well that it looked like they were going to run away with this thing. But again, Coach Sherman and his Lady Bengal basketball team absolutely refused to go away in this ball game. So again, Cavelli Money is 5 of 13 from three-point land. She has 19 points, while Iwata is 4 of 8 from three-point land. She has 16. So between the two of them alone, they've hit 12 three-point shots in this basketball game. Wow. So that is what has kept them in the ball game, because they are being hammered in the paint by the Lady Builders. Lady Builders paint scoring right now is 42-6. So what does that tell you? Hammer the ball inside against a smaller team to win the basketball game if you're the Builders. Cavelli Money was wanting to three, but she didn't pull the trigger. Here's Aguilar. Shot no good. Baker has her shot blocked by Ellaby, and we get a foul. So Jada Ellaby picks up her second personal foul, her first of the period. So that will put Baker at the line to shoot two, as she back irons the first. So the Builder lead will stay at 7, 60-53. And the second of two by Baker is good. So the Lady Builder now lead is at 6. Again, we've seen the Bengals get the deficit down to as few as 4 before the Builders were able to put together enough shots and put themselves back up by double digits. So what's going to happen here? Jones inside. Jones able to bank it off the glass for 2. So Jamaica Jones now with 8 points. 62-54. Builders now with an 8-point lead as Cavelli Money, long three-point shot, misses. Builders turn it over as Ellaby commits the foul. So that'll be Jada Ellaby's third personal foul, the team's second of the period. So Kayla Iwata makes her way back into the ball game. Again, she is now 4 of 8 shooting from 3. Cavelli Money right now 5 of 13. Near turnover. Here's Baker. Bit of lazy defense right there by the Builders. Nobody kind of picked up the ball handler to defend. And she's able to get all the way to the rack for an easy 2. As a long rebound comes off, but it was last touched by Aguilar. So Ashanti Williams will make her way back into the ball game. Ashanti Williams right now has 10 points in the ball game. 10 points and 2 fouls. Jones. Skip pass. Ray, 3. No good. Loose ball comes off to Cavelli Money. Skip pass to Awata. Feed inside. Nice ball movement by the Bengals, but they're unable to convert. Beautiful touch pass from Cavelli Money to Woods. Woods just unable to hit the point-blank range layup. And the Builders hold to a 6-point lead, 62-56 as Ray gets it over to Bryant. Jones. Her shot, no good. Rebound taken by Baker. Feed inside, nothing there as it goes out of bounds over the head of Woods. So the basketball goes back over to the Lady Builders as Kayla Strainthorpe makes her way into the ball game. As you hear Coach Sherman of the Bengals barking out instructions defensively for the Bengals. He sees his team trailing by 6. Ray, kick in the corner to Bryant. Rebound fought for by 2 Builders. Ray comes away with it. Builders once again cannot hit within 3 feet of the basket. So here comes Aguilar. Her basket will count, ladies and gentlemen, and she is fouled. As you hear the Bengal bench go wild on the heels of the hustle play by Aguilar. So Aguilar able to convert the 3-point play. So Kerrigan Smalls will make her way into the basketball game as the Builders will look to try and add to this 3-point game. 7:10 remaining in the ball game. Builders up by 3, 62-59. Carolyn Baptiste back onto the floor for the Bengals, and here's Jada Bryant. Jones inside to Ray. Ray able to do something the Builders have been having all types of trouble doing, and that's score right at the basket. So 64-59, Builders with a 6-point lead. Baker challenged by Jones. Baker unable to hit. Bryant. Again, another miss right at the basket for the Builders. Here's Iwata. Rebound after her 3 comes off to the Builders. Ray. Tough step back jumper, and she nails it. So again, right when the Bengals make a run, Builders do just enough to give themselves a comfortable lead. 8-point lead now, 66-59. Jamaica Jones was there for the rebound, but she lost it to the Bengals. Aguilar thought about the 3, realized that that is not her shot. Builders turn over the Bengals. Here's Ray attacking. Shot off the glass. It is good, and she is fouled. So Kayla Iwata commits her 3rd personal foul. That's the team's first of the period. So that'll put Ray at the line to try to complete the 3-point play as Woods, Jaboya, and Stainthorpe make their way back onto the floor for the visiting Bengals. again out of Fort Kent, Maine. And when you do a Google Maps, that's about 1,006 miles from where we are right now. So Kayla Iwata comes down on the other end and pops one from 3. And that trims the Builder lead back to 6. 68-62, 5:25 left in the basketball game. As that pass is tipped out of bounds. So Ellaby will make her way in to give Jamaica Jones an opportunity to get a rest. As you can hear Coach Sherman in the distance barking out the defensive assignments. But that corner 3 by Kerrigan Smalls is good. So that pushes the Builder lead out to 9, 71-62, as Woods is fouled. So Jada Ellaby will pick up her 4th personal foul. That'll be the team's 3rd, and that'll put Tori Woods at the line to shoot 2. Woods now with 2 points in the basketball game, looking to add to it. And she does so. Friendly bounce on the visitor's rim. So 71-63, Builders now with an 8-point lead. Second of 2, no good. Bryant clears the rebound. Here's Ray. Now under 5 remaining in the basketball game. Feed inside to Bryant. Shot off the glass and good for Jada Bryant. So Jada Bryant pours in her 21st point of the afternoon as that long 3-point shot missed. Comes off to the Bengals. Iwata. Her 3-point try, no good. As a flurry of activity happens after the long rebound, it is finally touched and goes out of bounds. So it will be Builder basketball as we get a timeout. Media timeout. 4:27 left in the basketball game. This will probably, I think, be the final media timeout, I think it's the final media timeout. So 4:27 left, Builders with a 10-point lead, 73-63. Foul situation right now for the Lady Builders. Ellaby has 4, while Jamaica Jones, Kerrigan Smalls, and Ashanti Williams all have 3. For the visiting Bengals, they have about 4 players with 3. Kayla Iwata has 3. Carolyn Baptiste has 3. Shayla Aguilar has 3. And Janae Cavelli Money also has 3 as well. So nobody's in any real foul trouble right now for the Bengals. Again, Jada Ellaby is really the only person that is in any real foul trouble right now for the Lady Builders. She currently has 4. So 12 for 33 is what the Bengals are currently shooting right now from 3-point land. They're 20 of 60 from the 63 from the field, 31%, while the Builders are 31 of 83. So the Lady Builders have gotten off 20 more shots in the basketball game, and they're only shooting 6% higher from the field. Builders are 1 for 13 from 3-point land, have 14 steals in the basketball game. And they forced the Bengals into 20 turnovers in the ball game. Builders right now lead with on points in the paint 50-10. It's Jada. Was looking to add to that, but it bounced around. It hit a Bengal and then a Builder and then went out of bounds, and that will be Bengal basketball. Kayla Stainthorpe back onto the floor. Here comes Coach Sherman's Bengals. Skip pass, picked off. That's the 21st turnover committed now by the Builders, and that will be the 12th turnover committed by the Builders. So Shayla Aguilar back into the ball game. Three-point shot. No good. Long carom off the rim goes out of bounds. So Kayla Stainthorpe will have to wait to add to the 63 points that her team currently has. They're down by 7 now. Lady Builders up by 10, 73-63. We're now under 4 minutes left in the basketball game. Here's Ray off of a screen, all the way to the basket for the layup. So Amaya Ray now has 13 in the basketball game, and the Builder lead is now 12. Here's Stainthorpe. Rebound hits off the back of the iron as Ray turns it over. Here's Iwata. Woods. Inside to Woods, who's able to get it up and in. 75-65. Builders by 10. Smalls misses. Here's Aguilar. Aguilar with only Nyla Jackson to beat, able to lay it up, and she gets the foul. So that basket will count. Nyla Jackson will be credited with the foul. That'll be her second, and that'll be the team's fourth. 2:52 left. Kayla Aguilar gets an opportunity to score the basketball with the clock stopped, but we're going to get a timeout. Coach Courtney Collins is going to call a timeout. 2:52 left in the basketball game. Lady Builders up by 8, 75-67. So again, we've seen time and time again this evening as the Lady Builders look like they're about to pull away in the basketball game. The Bengals have been able to do just enough offensively to keep themselves close, and they're still close right now. It's a 3-possession basketball game, but still a lot of time left on the clock and timeouts to be used as well. And, you know, just about no game is over as long as there's a 3-point line out there. So it's not really in the bag just yet for Coach Courtney Collins and her Lady Builder squad. A lot of fight shown this afternoon by Coach Devon Sherman and his Lady Bengals. Now, again, they come in winless on the season, 0-13, but, man, just from an effort standpoint, I mean, they've been right there. So, again, Shayla Aguilar to shoot shoot 1, and she misses. I apologize. That was the and 1 situation right before the timeout. So the score will stay 75-67. Here's Ray, step back jumper. Aguilar with the rebound. Here's Iwata. Her long 3-point shot hits the bottom of the basket. So now the lead cut to 5. We're now under 2.5 left in the ball game. Lady Builders have to take care of the basketball, and they do with Ellaby underneath to lay it in for 2. So now it's a 7-point lead again. 77-70 is Iwata. Long rebound comes off to Ellaby, who gets it ahead to Jackson, who's unable to handle the basketball. Nyla was ready to get up court before she secured possession, and that's a turnover. That long rebound, no good. Builders still holding to a 7-point lead. We're now down to a minute 40 left in the basketball game. Reverse layup at the basket, no good. Here's Baker. Baker goes right at Jamaica Jones. I'm sorry, not Jamaica, that's Kerrigan Smalls, as she commits the player control foul. So for Ariel Baker, that's her second personal foul, the team's second of the period. So Shanti Williams will make her way Back into the ball game, 1:32 left. Lady Builders with a 7-point lead. Both teams have just one timeout, so there aren't any more media timeouts left in the game. Smalls and Bryant able to break the press. Bryant decides to take it straight to the rack, and she misses. So right now for the Lady Builders, it's more important to eat up the clock than to score the points right now, because you want to limit the amount of possessions the other team is going to get in the between now and the end of the game. The Lady Builders just need to be patient with the basketball. There you go. Pull it out and just run clock. We still got 18 on the shot clock as we start the foul game, as Cavelli Money will pick up her 4th. So that's only the 3rd team foul. So the Builders are not in the bonus just yet, as Shamika Jones makes her way into the ball game. Shot clock now at 16, just under a minute remaining. Smalls tries to score the basketball but doesn't get it to go. Back come Cavelli Money. Ball poked out of bounds by Kerrigan Smalls, so it'll stay on this end. 44.8 seconds left in the ball game. Lady Builders lead by 7. As you can see, Cavelli Money with her hands on her knees starting to show some signs of fatigue here late. She's pretty much played the entire basketball game minute-wise. 32 minutes at the last time out. So she's only continued to add to that total. But you can't tell by her stroke as she hits that long 2, and that trims the Builder lead down to 7 as we get a foul. So Kayla Iwata, she commits her 4th personal foul, so one more, and she is done. 38.8 seconds left, and I believe we're going to get a timeout. So the last timeout by Coach Courtney Collins, and that timeout will be a full timeout. So with nearly 148,000 members and more than $2.2 billion in assets, Bayport Credit Union's purpose and philosophy remains faithful to their motto of people helping people. Bayport is committed to developing long-term prosperity for our communities by committing to their members' financial well-being. Bayport Credit Union, a proud sponsor of Apprentice Athletics. So 38.3 seconds remaining in the ball game. Lady Builders with a 5-point lead, and will have the basketball after the timeout. It's been a very entertaining game as the Lady Builders started out really slow in the first period, but about midway through to about the end of the first period, Lady Builders started to find a rhythm, took the lead, and they've held and maintained the lead throughout. Went into the halftime locker room up by 11, 40-29, but started out the second half very, very slowly and allowed the Bengals to get back in it. Bengals have been able to get as close as 4 on the scoreboard, but the Lady Builders have done just enough to create separation in this basketball game and find themselves up by 5 with the clock running. As we get a foul call in the backcourt. That will be on Carolyn Baptiste. That'll be her 4th personal foul. So now the Builders will be in the double bonus. So that'll put Kerrigan Smalls at the free throw line to shoot 2 with 33.2 seconds remaining, and the Lady Builders up by 5. Smalls makes it now a 6-point lead for the Builders, 78-72. Here come the Bengals with 28 seconds left on the clock as Aguilar step through layup is good. So it's a 4-point lead now for the Builders with 26 seconds. Bryant. They take a long time before they finally foul to stop the clock at 21.4 seconds. So we'll walk back down to the other end. And that is going to give the Builders an opportunity to shoot two. So for Aguilar, that is her 4th personal foul. So again, right now, Builders in a double bonus. 21.4 seconds left. Builders up by 4. And they're still up by 4. As the second of 2 goes down, we get a timeout. That'll make the Builder lead now 5. So the Builders now still with a 2-possession lead in the basketball game. 21.4 seconds left here at game number 1 of this afternoon's doubleheader. We're at senior day here for the men's basketball team. But right now, the women want to take care of business against the University of Maine at Fort Kent. University of Maine at Fort Kent, of course, is located in Maine, which is a good 1,006 miles from where we're currently sitting right now. This is the first team these teams have actually played one another, as the University of Maine at Fort Kent has about 1,500 students approximately, established back in 1848. They have other sports that they offer their students other than basketball. It's things like soccer, track and field, and also volleyball. So 21.4 seconds left. Neither team has any more timeouts. Builders with a 2-possession lead, 5 points, 79-74. Baptiste looks, finds Aguilar. Game clock at 19. Bengals have to go quicker than this. Here's Aguilar. Aguilar, game clock now with 13, has the ball taken away by Ashanti Williams. Builders turn it over. Wild finish underneath the basket. Game clock at 2-1. Ashanti Williams holds it, and that is how things will end here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center as the Lady Builders improve on their 12-6 record, now 13-6. After a 79-74 win over the Bengals of the University of Maine at Fort Kent, who now fall to 0-14. For Coach Devon Sherman, his team came in, gave a valiant effort. But for Courtney Collins and her Lady Builders, they do just enough to get out of here with a hard-fought and a hard-earned win. Congratulations to Coach Courtney Collins. 79-74 is our final. Well, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere, because coming up here shortly, the men will take the court against the University of Maine at Fort Kent. So we're going to sign off here momentarily, but we'll be back, and when you hear from my voice again, we'll be ready to call the men's game. So again, the Lady Builders leave out of here victorious by a score of 79-74 over the Maine at Fort Kent Bengals. We'll be back for game number 2 on senior night here after this, and get ready. We'll be back.